Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. You're watching In Deep on the Delta. We're talking about bass fishing, and if you are a bass fisherman, one thing you do is collect baits. It's just part of what bass fishing is. It makes bass fishing fun. If you've been out here more than a year or two, you've probably got hundreds of baits, if not thousands of baits. And once you get that biomass of baits, sooner or later, you got to talk about how you're going to store them. And that's what we're talking about today. I want to talk about a plastic box by the Evolution Bait Company. This is in their series, what they call their ballistic boxes. And this particular box, they call it a hanger, and it's particularly designed for crankbaits. My need was to find a better crankbait box, and I saw this in the store and I thought it was a good idea, and it looked like a quality box at the time. Didn't know a lot about the company, but I picked it up. I just want to say I was not solicited by these guys. I bought it with my own money, and the opinions that I'm giving you on this particular box are what I have found with on-the-water use. We are also going to take this box, we're going to throw it in the water, we're going to make sure that it is 100% dry inside, that it keeps all the baits dry. We're going to shake it up, we're going to turn it around, we're going to see how it holds the baits. We'll go through the whole thing, we're going to do it quickly. Number one, it is sturdy. I'll take this box and I'll sit on it. I'm 6'4", 200 pounds. I'm jumping up and down on it. It is solid as a rock. This is not going anywhere. It's not going to break. It is a very well-designed box, and just because of the hinging on it and everything, the way it's set up, it's almost like building a house, especially when you get all of the dividers in. The dividers are very, I'll pull one out here. The dividers are very stiff, so it's kind of like framing a house. When you put all of these dividers in there, all it does is help with the rigidity of the box, and it's very a very sturdy box. It is 14 inches long, 10 inches wide, and 3.5 inches deep. So it is a little deeper than your standard 3,700 boxes. I think we showed you that. A little bit deeper, a little bit larger, but it's going to pay off in the long run. The hinge on this is a single hinge pin, which is always a good sign of quality. So a very durable hinging system. I like the, number one, you can see through it, so you can see everything that's in there. That's always good. It's a single hand operation as far as opening them up. That pops out, you open it up. It is advertised as 100% waterproof. It has a nice little gasket in here. It's got a little rim around here. Everything looks like it's, super tight and super nice. And one of the things I like, here is one of the dividers. And I know you can't tell a whole lot, but here's a divider from a plastic box. Very thin, very pliable. This is a big, thick ABS plastic. It's hard. You can't, I guess I could break it if I tried, but it's very, it's a building block for this thing. And here's one of the things that I want to talk about. As I put this into the slot, now listen, it snaps in and it doesn't come out. And I think that's, they stay in place. So you pull this out and you can see I dropped it in, and it's a little higher than this next divider. That's because they pop in. One of the things I want to talk about with this divider is the way that the hook slots are put in here. And you have hook slots that are designed that go straight up and down. And these hooks, if you were putting jigs in or a single hook application, you can just put them like what you have right here. And these hold, really nice, no problem there. But what they are normally designed for is treble hooks. So when a treble hook goes in there, the treble hook goes in like this. So you have two hooks that are, holding the bait. It's hard for me. Let me pull my glasses off. It's hard to see to put these things in sometimes. But we put it in, and we've got both treble hooks in here, and you can see how that slides in. So these are cut at an angle. Now you can put two baits on each hanger. It keeps them from hanging up, so you only have one hook exposed here instead of two hooks exposed. And that's a pretty unique design, and I like that, and it's just good engineering on as far as I'm concerned. So with that, what can you do with these things? I think, let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 compartments. You can have 32 compartments in your 4 rows, you can have 32 compartments. So if you put 1 bait in each compartment, you can put 32 baits in here. But you can put 2 baits in each compartment, which means you can put 64 baits in here. Can you just put crankbaits? No, I've got a line of crankbaits. They're all set up here. I've got my lipless over here. If you wanted, you can put jigs. I've got a jig here. I just put that one in for the heck of it. You can put jigs in there, which I'm not going to keep my jigs in this box. But if I was in a kayak or if I was in a boat that didn't have a whole lot of room, I could take a couple of these and maybe put 4, 5, 6 jigs in one little section. You also have some areas in here that you can drop jigs or something in that you don't use a whole lot. But as far as chatterbaits, you can put your chatterbaits in. If you guys use small poppers, bubble walkers, Ricos, any type of small popping bug, you can have a line with your small poppers. So if you're in a kayak or something, you could have crankbaits, poppers, chatterbaits, so on and so forth. And again, if you're only having 4 or 5 baits, you can have half a line of crankbaits, half a line of lipless, half a line of topwaters, half a line of whatever you put in here. This can be a very versatile box. So all in all, I really like the design of this box. It's nice, and again, you can see the baits are in there. Let's do this one more time. And you're not going to do this. The worst thing you can maybe do is drop it and do something like this. I've moved it around there quite a bit. There it is. I've got everything is still in place. I've got one hook that was out, but one bait that was out, but I didn't have that one in to start with. If I lock all of these baits in here, they will stay in there nice and tidy. So it gives. Is it going to be perfect every time? No, but again, for your day-to-day, I dropped something. You're going to have, this thing's going to hold your baits really nice. What we're going to do now, I'm going to take this thing, I'm going to throw it in the water. We're going to make sure it floats. It better floats, because if this thing sinks, I'm not going to be happy. But we're going to make sure it floats, and then we're going to knock it around, so on and so forth. We're going to make sure that it's dry inside. So there we go. I just dropped it over the water. Oh, and it's getting away from me. I don't want to lose it. That wouldn't be a good deal. Let's put this up here, and I think we'll be able to see that. Let's turn it upside down. There it is. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's upside down. I'm pushing it underwater. It definitely floats. And we're really giving this, this isn't going to happen. The worst thing that could happen generally is it's going to be on here and it's going to fall in the water. Oh, shoot, you're going to pull it out. But you've seen what I've done here. I put it through the ringer. Let's get the camera rearranged. We'll see what it looks like. All right, so what I'm going to do real quick is just wipe it off so that it's kind of halfway dry so we can see what's inside, and see if anything got in there. Now, let's move this around a little bit. We'll open up the box. Baits are all in place. I want to feel, yeah, it's totally dry. I mean, I don't know if you can see my hand. Oh, nothing in here. I think that's a pretty good indication that this thing is going to float and it's going to be dry. If you happen to drop your stuff in there, real important for you kayak guys, I think, too. And there they are. There's the baits, basically in the same place they were. I have a couple of them that are out of position. When I get done with this, I'm actually going to take a little bit of time and put each one of my treble hooks in the slots that it's supposed to be in, and I think it's going to hold them really nice. So with that, I'm impressed with this. Evolution Bait Company, good job. 40 bucks. One box, you can hold 3 or 4 different styles of bait. You don't, instead of buying maybe 3 or 4 of these, which are generally $6 to $8. This is a real cheap one. It's probably $6 or $7. You buy a $40 box like this. You buy it one time, and you can put, 2 or 3 times the number of baits that you'd have in this box. So with that, good job. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, give me a holler, and I'll try to answer any questions that I can. Until then, go out, catch some fish. If you guys are here on the Delta, make sure you send me a report, send me a picture, and thanks for watching. See you guys on the river. Good luck.